Hello. So I've set up SAMP. So if you don't know how to set up SAMP, Google SAMP setting up and you can easily do it. So after that you open HTDOCS, which is htdocs for in short, and then you kind of create another folder, whatever you want to call it. I called it php mvc, and then I have includes, and then there's this file car.inc.php and then index.php. so I've opened it on Visual Studio Code, and you can see it like that. So I will just explain each line. Right on the right hand side I got this index.php file, and that I have included this car.inc.php file that is on the left hand side. You can see, as you can see. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just first explain to you what each, so these lines, these are properties, and this is a public, well, static property, and then this is a constructor over here, and these are some methods. Okay, so I've created a class called car, and that I can create or instantiate. I'm not sure how to write it. I think this is the word, instantiate. You kind of instantiate yeah, so instantiate a class. So I instantiate car class like this. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so right now we can, so it's pretty much this left hand file, this car.inc.php file is included over here, so you can use this class and that class. So we kind of create a new class, new object out of that. So let's call it Tesla, and then new car. So like I said, we have created a construct on this class, in this class, and this class is this class has 3 parameters: name, body color, and year. And now I have to create a instance of this class, and when I create it I have to pass three variables inside, 3 parameters, which corresponds to name, body color, and year. Okay, so let's say name model X, and then I'll call the next body color black, then year 2019. Okay, so now, so say I want to print out the name of the car. So this is instantiated, the car class is instantiated as Tesla, and now I want to echo it out. So we say echo it out because PHP has this keyword echo, which is kind of print, meaning print, and then Tesla, and then you say get name, like that. So let's see what the get name function is doing on the left hand side in the class car. So in the function we wrote get name, and this, what it's basically doing is returning the private variable. So since this is a private variable, you can't kind of use it from outside of the class, but you can return it from this public function. I think that's the basic idea of creating a public function and saying return this name, because this is a private name and you can't access it otherwise in any other way. So you just have to create a public function and you call it get name, and then you echo it out. Let's see how it is printed out. Okay, let me check over here. Model X, there you go. So that's I think that's properties, methods. Well, this is a static function. That's a different concept, and this is a static properties. So let's talk about static properties. So right now I just used the constructor to instantiate this class, and I just had 3 variables in that car constructor. So model S goes through here and then get assigned to this, which is basically this. So when I say this name, it is basically taking this out to here and saying whatever you guys passed over here should be assigned to the name. So that's why when I say echo get name, it returned the private name that was assigned here using this constructor. I think it's pretty clear, but I'm trying to explain it to you. If you don't understand, let me know. I will just redo this video all again. So if someone asks how the body color is assigned, here the constructor has the second parameter as the body color. So what happens is when you pass this second parameter, it just get assigned to this. And when you say you wanna write, or say get body color in the same way as the name, you can do it. Yeah, let's check it. So Tesla, which is the instance that I created, and I'm gonna say get body color, and let's see how it's printed out. Oh, these, okay, it says undefined variable body color in line 28. What is that? It's because I have done the what is this, $sign here, but because we use it here, you don't have to use this here. Okay, so if you use $sign here and here, then it's error out, then it will error out. Okay, so let's see now. There you go. So it's pretty cool. We'll echo out line break, so it has, okay, the black is printed on a new line. Okay, cool. Likewise, we can also print out the color. I think say for example I want to print out the year, get year. So I'm just gonna copy it here because it's the same kind of syntax. I just have the J and the clear. So it's pretty clear, I guess. We have 3 strings passed in that corresponds to these 3 parameters that is being assigned to these 3 properties, and then I use 3 functions like so to print it out. So let's see. There you go. So you printed out 3 parameters that has been passed over here with these 3 functions. I think that's pretty clear. Say if you want to change the name, you can use this as well. So say for example I want to change the name of this, which is printed as model X to model Y. So to do that, you go Tesla set name, and then you pass the variable, well, we can call it model Y, and then you print it out again like so, and yeah. So what I did, I just printed out the 3 variables first, and then I tried changing it using the set name, which is this one over here, and then I printed it out again to see if that actually changed, and the answer is yes, it changed. Well, if you want to have another line break just to see it has changed, to see, like, you know, there's actually a space between the new and old model X and the new model Y. I mean, the first print is this over here, the second print is over here. It's because I have 2 line breaks. I mean, it's pretty clear, I don't have to explain that. Anyway, let's talk about the static stuff. Okay, static stuff. Public static number of tires. Well, the number of tires of a car won't change, right? So that's the idea. Static, use the static keyword when there's nothing, that variable is not going to change on all the instances of the cars. So well, how to print it out? It's so easy to print it out like this. So I'm gonna have a line break like that, and then I will print out car and say number of tires. So this is a bit tricky. Let's see if it's gonna print out. Yes, so it says expecting whatever that is on line 29. So on line 29 expecting something. Yeah, so that's something over there. There you go. So number of tires printed out as 4. So let's say I want to change this to an exceptional car which has 6 tires. Okay, so you're not going to call it a car, but there are cars, for example, say someone came up with this new concept where, you know, this exceptional car has 6 tires. So what you're gonna do, we can't use this static function, you can't use this over here because it's 6 tires, so you have to set it up differently. So what are you gonna do? You just have to create another function, a static function, and say set number of tires, new number of tires here, and then you kind of do this. Well, this is a syntax, and then you print it out. So let's say, for example, you use this new set function, static set function, set number of tires, and say 6. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have another line break because otherwise it's always easier to have a line. It's easier to see when you have a line break. So that's why I'm setting up a line break over there, and then car colon, and then I'm going to, well, I'm going to echo that out. C. There you go. Easy. So to recap, we created a class called a car, and then we had 3 private variable properties. We had name, body color, year, and then we kind of used the get name, get body color, get year functions to print those out over here. Okay, and also we wrote a set name function which can be used to change the name of the instance like this. So for example, we create model X with the name model X and say, okay, we want to change it now. So we use set name, which is over here, and change it to model Y. And then when we print it out using this function, it printed out model Y as expected. Okay, and then going to the static concept. Static concept is just like static variable over here. We just have this number of tires set for 4, and then you print it out like this. But say eventually someone came up with a car with 6 tires, so you want to change it, and then you create this function. Remember, you use self and colon number of tires, and then this variable over here to set it up. and then you actually set it up using the number here. You pass this variable, whatever the one you want. So because the person came up with 6 tires, we set up 6 tires, and then we print it out, and it echoed out number 6 as expected. I hope it's clear. If you have any questions, leave in the comments down below. Thank you.